I'm here with Tonya McCarley of DaySmart Software, and you're the product manager here. So first of all, thank you for having me, and tell me a little bit about what you do here and what DaySmart is.
Well, thank you for coming out. DaySmart is a software firm that focuses on appointment booking software. Primarily, historically, we've looked at what a salon would need, what a spa would need, what a grooming for dogs would need, because dogs and humans are kind of alike and they need a haircut. And so we've worked on really providing really good software for businesses to run. And so my role here is to be a product manager. So I help lead a dev team to help develop new features and get them out the door.
You gave a presentation recently at a Women in Tech event here in Ann Arbor, mainly focused around the importance of mentors. It was really interesting. So can you just recap that?
So the recap of my talk was that I think particularly for women in technology, we don't have very many role models. We don't have many resources to go to when we have questions or we're unsure. And I think a mentor could be a really great way to help bridge that gap, to have conversations, to form relationships, because we don't always have the answers.
Who have been your mentors?
I started my talk by talking about Wonder Woman. And in the 70s as a kid, she was my superhero, and Wonder Woman did everything, and it never occurred to me that I was not going to be Wonder Woman when I grew up. And I think that was a pivotal moment for me to think that, hey, I could do anything. So I do think that was sort of like a mentor for me without being a formal mentor. And then being in technology, I have not had many mentors. I have had one great boss, and it wasn't until maybe 7 years ago I found my real mentor. And she and I became fast friends. We don't work together anymore. We don't live in the same town. But anytime I have questions or I'm not sure about something, I can contact her and say, hey, I'm applying for a job. Can you read this cover letter? Or can you be a recommendation for me? Or I'm running into this problem. Have you seen anything like this? And we can just pick up and have a conversation. I also teach at U of M, and at the School of Information, I teach one course this semester for interaction design. And they're grad students, and they're, for the most part, really, really smart, but really uncertain about which direction they should go or what they should do. And so they have a lot of questions. So I spend a lot of time mentoring them.
Another part of that presentation that you gave was just the message to women to be unapologetically you. And you certainly are, you say you pride yourself on being transparent.
Right.
You don't care what people think. Do you think women, especially in tech, need to adopt this attitude a little more?
I think so. I spend a lot of time trying to read Harvard business reviews about leaning in and this, that, and the other. And I think that some of that is that we're still playing to this, trying to be one of the guys. And I feel like we would be better off just being ourselves. I mean, women forever, we've been figuring out how to juggle kids and juggle a job and get it all done and multitasking and taking care of everybody. Why can't we take care of ourselves? Why can't we stand up for ourselves?
What would your advice be to a young grad student similar to yourself, graduating probably from U of M or somewhere nearby, looking to work in Ann Arbor? What would your advice be to them? I
would give the same advice I gave myself. So I felt I was really at a disadvantage as a 30-something. I was 32 when I graduated. So my little kid was 2 then. I felt like I was having my lunch handed to me by, I'm going to say this and I don't mean it derogatory, kids who knew so much more about technology than I did. But I had business experience, but my business experience wasn't understood the way that, somebody who could code was. And so I felt like they were perceived to be more valuable. So I did an assessment, and I took every internship I could get my hands on, regardless of whether I thought I could do it or not. I'm like, I will try, because I have to learn how to do all these things. And so I tried to get as much practical experience as possible. That's the same advice I give to my students now. Go try it on. An internship is a great way to see if you like it. So not only are you learning from them, but you're learning if you like them. Do you like them as a company? Do you like their practices? Are you a good fit? Are you a member of their tribe? Figure that out, because we often think, oh, I need to go work for X and take that job. Do you like them?
I think that's a great point. Well, Tonya, thank you so much for having me come in today.
Thank you for coming in. It was a pleasure.
Thanks.